Hi, today I want to talk to you about the anxiety you might be feeling right now in these uncertain and unsettling times. Let me start by saying that most of us will at some point feel anxiety and have negative thoughts. It's a normal part of being human. It's actually wired into our nervous system to be on the lookout for danger. It's how we've survived as a species. However, if those negative or catastrophizing thoughts become too much, they can affect our way of being in the world, and they affect our emotions, how we feel, and also our body, with symptoms such as beating heart, palpitations, sweating, and feeling not in the present moment. So what I want to say to you before we go into our mini CBT session today is that it's often not the situation that causes us to be anxious, but it's the way we actually think about it. So let me give you an example. If a man was walking towards me and a friend and he looked like he was swaying from right to left, I, being anxious, could think, oh my goodness, he's going to attack me, and run. My friend may think, gosh, he's a bit drunk or ill and everything's going to be all right, and she walks past him in the street. So you can see it's actually not the situation that makes us anxious or nervous, but it's how we think about it. And that's what we can do today, is to look at those thoughts that you have, your thinking patterns, and see how we can make them more realistic or even more positive. So let's start with the first question that we're going to ask ourselves, which is when you have a negative or difficult thought, what you want to say to yourself is this thought helpful right now in the present moment to me? Is it helpful to my well-being? Because most of the time when we think negatively, it's about things we can't control. So if that thought is not helpful to your well-being in that present moment, let it go. Say to yourself, you're not helping me right now, and bat it out of the way. Even do a physical, go away, you're not helping me. The second question you can ask yourself is, how true is this thought? Do I have evidence for this thought being accurate and true? If you gently challenge it and try and find evidence for it, most of the time you won't be able to. So for example, if you're going for a job interview or you've got a test and you think you're going to fail or not do well, what evidence do you really have for that? Often it's an old feeling memory of fear from the past, but it doesn't have any place in the present moment. So that's question 2. How true is this thought? Question 3 is, could I be looking at this in a different way? Could I have a different lens? So for example, if you're going for that job interview and you're really nervous, you could look at it differently than saying, I'm going to fail, and think, actually, I might do really well. Actually, I might learn something from it. And whatever happens, it'll have actually given me some resilience to go through with it. So that's the third question. Can I look at this in a different way? And finally, the fourth one is, how would I respond to a friend who had this question or this negative thought? We are often far more critical and negative with ourselves than we are with others. So first of all, it's learning to be kind and forgiving of yourself, and then remembering, how would I speak to a friend who had this negative thought? Because often that can take us out of that negative place into a more realistic or positive one. All of these questions will help you when you have a negative or catastrophizing thought. And over time, you may not have to ask yourself all 4 questions. You'll get into the habit of maybe just asking 1 or 2, the 2 that resonate best with you, to be able to let go of that negative thought that makes you anxious, and move into a more positive, realistic place. I hope this has helped you today. All the questions that I've talked about today will be on my website, along with my other care emails that I've done. I wish you health and I wish you calm in these difficult times. Thank you.